What's up YouTube, it's your boy Chandra back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 best DC statues from XM Studios in their 1/6 scale line. Again, this is what you guys have given me. I'm just the reporter, I'm just the messenger, so don't kill me. But enough of all that, let's get into the top 10. All right, so coming in at number 10, we have the Lobo 1/6 scale statue. I actually would have probably put this way higher because I actually think this Lobo statue is really good. It's just, I think Lobo is not as popular character, so I think that's why he's not as high on people's list, but I think that this is an excellent statue. They did an excellent job with this. The colors, the contrast, I love the pose, I love the sculpt, I love everything about it. I mean, they just did an excellent job on this piece, but it comes in at number 10 on this list. Let's see what else we got. All right, so coming in at number 9, we have the Rebirth Batman, and I actually think this Batman is actually a really good Batman. I have a love-hate relationship with Batman. I love a lot of Batman statues, but the ones I don't like are usually the ones in the scale that I don't collect, or I do collect. So I like the 1/6, the 1/10 scale Batmans that they do, and I think they're awesome. And then when it comes to 1/4 or 1/3, it's like, I don't really like that one as much. Or I like that one, but it's 1/3. I don't need a 1/3, I need a 1/4. There's always something when it comes to Batman. But I do think that this XM Studios Batman is done very well. I love how, I mean, it's a typical Batman statue. He's on the edge of a building. He's in a Batman pose, throwing the Batarang, cape going everywhere. Classic. They did a great job with this one. So for number 8, we have the Wonder Woman Rebirth statue, and I think that this is a phenomenal sculpt. Once again, I mean, I feel like XM Studios, they really took the 1/6 scale to the next level with these statues, man. They really did a great job with this DC line, and this one here, I mean, it doesn't disappoint. Once again, Wonder Woman, classic pose. I think that she's done very well. You have an option where she has not just a regular head, and then also there's another option where she has on a helmet. Not a huge fan of the helmet one. I like my Wonder Woman more classic, so I'll do the one without the helmet. But I think that it looks great. The base is sculpted beautifully. I think it's thin mascara. You know, it's very, just Wonder Woman-esque. They did a great job displaying that. And so that is number 8. Let's get into number 7. So for number 7, we have the Harlequin Rebirth statue. Again, I think that this is sculpted beautifully. It actually reminds me of the 1/3 scale Harlequin from Prime Studios. It reminds me of that, but I don't know, it just gives me that same vibe. I don't know if that Harlequin is Rebirth though, but again, it just reminds me of it. I love this super Harlequin. Only thing, and I know that the hyenas that's a part of Harley Quinn and that's who she is, but I probably would have done it without the hyenas. I'll probably not want to do the hyenas for some reason, but I don't know, I feel like it's a bit much. It kind of takes away from Harley Quinn just a little bit for me. But again, I think she's phenomenal. Again, wonderful piece. The colors, I think the contrast is very colorful. I think that's one thing that you always have to nail when it comes to Harley Quinn. It has to be colorful because Harley Quinn has such a colorful personality, right? And I think they captured that here. But again, wonderful. Let's see what else we got. So for number 6, we have Hawkman. Actually, for numbers 6, 7, and 8, there's actually a tie. So they're all the same votes. But for number 6, we have Hawkman. This one here is interesting. I love how Hawkman himself looks. I love how the Hawkman himself, like his body, how he sculpted, the hair on his chest, like just everything about him is nice. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the pose. I know that it was constructed that way probably for him to fit and for it to work with his leg kind of coming up a little bit, with his arm going up. I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of that pose personally. But I do think Hawkman himself is done quite well. But that's gonna be number 6. Let's get into the top 5 statues from XM Studios in the 1/6 scale line. So for number 5, we have the Green Lantern Rebirth statue. This is one that's actually really popular in the community. I actually had the opportunity to see this at 2019's Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. And again, I think it's phenomenal. I think that it shows his power. I love how with his construct, he has like It's a little bit coming out of his wrist. Then you have all the guns, but I do think it is a lot. It is over the top. But I mean, Green Lantern's constructs are over the top. They have to be, right? Usually. So I understand it. But again, super phenomenal scope. Great job. They did a phenomenal job, and this is very popular and is well deserved. So coming in at number 4, we have the Black Superman from XM. This is one that there was a little controversy around it because of the cover of the chamber that he's in. They said it looks like he's fighting a what do you call it? Sentinel from XM, from XM. Wow, from X-Men. Fam, I don't know what's going on. It looks like he's fighting a Sentinel from X-Men. That's what people are saying from the color and the structure. I do think this is done very well, but I'm not a huge fan of his head sculpts. I think that it could have been better. I feel like he needs a little texture in his face or something. I don't know. It's just something about his head I'm not a huge fan of, but everything else I think is really, really cool. Again, I do think that the purple does remind you of Sentinel. I said the same thing whenever I saw it, but I do think it's nice. It's still up for PO, so if you want it, you can go and grab it. But yeah, that's gonna be number 4. Let's get into the top 3. So for number 3, I don't even have to look at this one. This is the Aquaman rebirth statue. This is actually my favorite Aquaman ever created. Again, we don't have a lot of Aquaman statues, but this is one that I really, really, truly love. I saw it again at New York Comic Con 2019. Phenomenal statue. I hear that there's rumblings that they may do this same statue in 1/4 scale, and if they do that, it's an automatic purchase for me. Only reason why I don't have it today is because it's 1/6 scale, and that's not a scale that I collect. But again, I mean, you have Aquaman, like, just so colorful. It's phenomenal, man. This is a phenomenal statue. I love it. But let's get into number 2. Let's see what it is. So here we are at number 2. But before we get into that, drop a comment down below and let me know, what do you think the top 2 are? Let me hear your guess. What do you think it is? I'll give you a second. But number 2, we're gonna have the Batman Sanity statue. Again, 1/6 scale. This is Batman surrounded by all of his rogues. You have Clayface, you have Man-Bat, you have Harlequin, Bane, Joker, you name it. Anybody you can probably think of is in this statue. It's phenomenal. I mean, a lot of people were saying that it's bigger than they expected it to be, which I totally understand that. It's very heavy, but it's done quite well, man. David Finch on the concept, great job there. But let's get into number 1. Let's see what we got. So for number 1, we have the Darkseid statue. Again, one of the ones that's fairly new. It just came out a month ago, roughly a month ago from the recording of this video. And this is actually one of my favorite Darkseids. I think they nailed it once again, sort of like how I feel about the Aquaman. This is probably one of the best Darkseids that we have. But again, here's the thing about this. This is the interesting part about this Darkseid. He's 1/6 scale, but he's around the same size as, you know, your typical 1/4 scale statue. He's roughly like 20.5 inches, which is around that same size that a 1/4 scale statue would be. But he's Darkseid, right? Darkseid is much bigger than the average person. So 1/6 scale to him is really like 1/4 scale to everybody else, right? So if we were to get a 1/4 scale Darkseid, he should be probably, you know, getting closer to 30 inches. But phenomenal sculpt, man. This is one of my favorites. Great job. I mean, they did a phenomenal job on this. What else can I say? It is what it is. But let me know, what do you guys think about this list? What is your list? What is your top 3? What are your favorites? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But until next time, man, y'all be good, y'all be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.